Yeah.
I start dancing a little bit. I just do the simulate, right? And then, as soon as we got that, I cut the music. Then what I do is I take the quizzes.
Every day?
Yeah.
Quiz every day?
You know, I have over here all the quizzes for each period. Period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4. So the only thing I have to do is just pull the paper and you have over here the quiz for that day. For instance, this for algebra 2. And then what I do is change the papers every semester. And each period has its own jacket. In other words, the different.
The algebra also?
Yeah, algebra 2 also. This is the AP calculus.
Right.
This is the BC. Yep.
Wow.
And the T-shirt for the summer. The kids in the team wear the T-shirt in the summer, and the jackets on the regular day. In the three colors. The red one is AB. The white one has the kids in the developing process. And the blue ones are the BC. And so this identifies the students and the school as the brains. In other words, those are the kids really doing a wonderful job. Then we have over here the toys, different toys. For instance, this is factory. And this is not symmetric, no symmetry, no symmetry. And then we have over here the two steps operation. And obviously my T, which represents the parabola, and this one represents f of x, in which the highest exponent is an odd number. And besides that, obviously, I have to have my mariachis, what they like. Each one has specific names. So if you don't do math, you're going to be working in this place, which is Jack in the Box, the minimum wage.
Let me see Jack again.
Oh, Jack. If you don't do well in a test, so you're going to be working in Jack in the Box. So we don't want that. And so all those toys have different names. For instance, this one's the inverse function. And we also see that to explain the kids the difficult concepts. And for instance, if I have to teach absolute value, I use the team approach. I use the basketball. The basketball helps me out to introduce the concept of absolute value. The absolute value is give and go. The give and go because there's two possibilities to make the basket from this side or from that side, coming from the right or coming from the left. And so that's why we break it down into the absolute value. And the rest are other toys I use or other things I use to show. For instance, when I teach volumes, I use this for volumes. That's f of x, the strip, and you're going to rotate. So that's the case when the area rotates around the x-axis. If I need for y-axis, I do this. So it's the same procedure. and I have different shapes. The only thing is I substitute that and I teach that concept of volume, that visualize. And over here, my keyboard over here, in which I use also for concept of limits, coming from the right or coming from the left. And this replace the graph for the pitching and the x-axis, the y-axis, and so on. And so x equals to a. And this motivates the students to do the to understand the subject. So, and so I use then the posters. And so the first thing they do is the kids, when they walk into the room, they see the first day the symbol we're going to be using for the advanced placement calculus. And so applications of, or I should say, how to explain the limit as f of x coming from the left, f of x coming from the right, the limit does not exist, and so on. And so I have a sequence of posters to make them understand the concept of limit. It's a difficult concept. And then I go to the problem itself. So given f of x, find the limit as x approaches a, from the left, from the right, and so on. And some other things I do is applications of, for instance, this is related rate of change. And the famous give and go absolute value. So I have a sequence of posters. I should say many posters, which helps the kids to understand the different concept of limit.